Right now, thousands of Tesla owners are driving with a time bomb under their cars. Most don't even know it, and you might be one of them. When you buy a Tesla, you need to understand that not all batteries are the same. Lithium-ion batteries in different models vary in quality. Some can last 20 years, while others are designed to drain your bank account. With 10 years of experience working on Teslas, we've seen almost every possible failure. But this specific issue surprised even us. We aren't talking about those ancient high-mileage cars. We're talking about expensive vehicles and the exact battery most Model S and Model X owners dream of having. Tell us in the comments if you're currently looking for a Model S or Model X. What year and battery size are you considering? We read almost every comment and want to help you avoid costly mistakes. As a side note, if you're into electric cars that are not just efficient but also full of character, check out our Instagram. You'll find a wide range of unique EVs we've built in-house, along with custom body kits we design and produce ourselves. It's a collection you won't come across very often. There is one type of battery that left the factory with a defect. Tesla has never publicly admitted to this. Personally, I trusted this battery with my life and the lives of my children when we traveled to the Arctic Circle. If something had gone wrong there, in a blizzard, in the middle of nowhere, I don't know if I'd be standing here today. Stay with me until the end of this video, and I'll show you the specific years and battery types you should avoid. If you're shopping for a used Tesla right now, this video could save you $15,000 at least. Let's start with the basics. The majority of Tesla vehicles use lithium-ion batteries, but their quality and structure may vary. I am not talking about batteries produced before 2016, because they're nearly a decade old now. There's also no point in mentioning the 70 and 90 kilowatt-hour batteries from 2015-2016. Those are also reaching the end of their life cycles. Today we're talking about the 75 and 100 kilowatt-hour batteries from 2017 and later. This is the last generation before the major refresh. Cars with these batteries currently sell for $20,000 to $40,000. They're popular and selling fast. The 100 kilowatt-hour battery is the most desirable one because of the maximum range, better performance and, let's be honest, prestige. Many owners of older Teslas dream of upgrading to a 100 kilowatt-hour battery. They choose to install it when their original battery dies. They buy a 100-pack battery hoping to drive long and happily. There's a problem. The 100 kilowatt-hour battery has a factory defect. This is not a story about normal degradation or bad maintenance. We have a video about the #1 charging mistake that costs Tesla owners thousands. But this is different. This is not about how you charge. You didn't do anything wrong. Tesla did. Let me explain what we see in real life. I always viewed the 100 kilowatt-hour battery as the gold standard for reliability, especially the dual-motor 100D model. I trusted this car so much that I took it on one of the most extreme trips imaginable. I took my entire family, my wife and our 2 young children, to the Arctic Circle. We faced blizzards and temperatures below -20 degrees Celsius. We drove through remote regions with almost no infrastructure and no one around if something went wrong. But I had complete confidence in the 100D. With its 2 reliable motors and a massive battery, I knew it wouldn't let us down. A few years later, I parked that same 100D right outside our service center. I got out and realized the car likely wasn't going anywhere further. A BMS error appeared on the screen. BMS is the battery management system, and that error is very bad news. I thought it might be a glitch, so I tried disconnecting the 12-volt battery to reset the system. It didn't work. Diagnostics showed a serious problem. One of the battery modules had simply disappeared from the system. The computer couldn't detect it at all. That meant the entire battery pack had to be removed and torn down for inspection. Imagine if that happened in the Arctic Circle. far from civilization with two small children in the cabin. I still think about that trip and realize how lucky we were. The 100 kilowatt-hour battery packs are among the most unreliable Tesla has ever produced. Every 2018 and 2021 model with this battery is at risk. As for 2017, it's a gamble. We don't know exactly when the issues began. For the record, my trip to the Arctic Circle was in a 2017 model. Why does everyone want the 100 kilowatt battery? People think vehicles with this type of battery are the most refined and tested. Many still have a few years of warranty left. They're also the last of the pre-refresh models, so prices are attractive and they come with the most powerful battery available. These cars seem like the perfect choice, and that's why buyers often hunt for them. In reality, it's the worst choice you can make. The flaw is found in the design. Inside the battery, there are connections between copper plates and aluminum contacts. These contacts are called wire bonds, but we call them whiskers. They're tiny aluminum leads soldered to the copper bus bars, and they're the ultimate weak point of this battery. When you drive, the car's always vibrating because roads aren't perfect. There are potholes, bumps, rough patches. And over time, all that shaking gradually destroys the connections, and the little conductive whiskers start to break off. One by one. Eventually the connection is lost, and the battery module fails. Tesla has never publicly admitted this. There is no official recall or service bulletin. However, we see this flaw all the time. The failure rate on 100 kilowatt-hour batteries from 2018 till 2020 is way higher than any other pack. Let's look at some real examples. We had a 2020 Model S long range. Don't let the name fool you. It was an early refresh car that still used the old 100 kilowatt-hour pack. The owner was a student who lived 30 miles from his college. He drove round trip every day, charging to 100% at superchargers every single day. The battery was always pushed to its limit. Eventually, the errors started. He lost modules and the car became unstable. He brought it to us and we found the classic failure. Whiskers had snapped off on several modules. Here is another case, a 2018 Model S 100D. The car came to us after the problematic connections were resoldered. The car drove fine for 6 months, but the same issue appeared on a different module. To fix this battery correctly and completely, a technician has to perform 724 solder joints. 724! The process is intense. Specialists have to remove the battery, disassemble it into 16 modules, solder every connection on one side of each module, flip them, and solder the other side. Then they have to put it all back together. The 75 kilowatt-hour batteries don't have this problem. In those packs, the wires go directly from the copper bus bars. There are no intermediate wire bonds and no weak points. With the 100 kilowatt-hour packs, Tesla tried to simplify the design. They added intermediate aluminum wire bonds instead of direct copper wiring. On paper, it was cheaper and easier to manufacture. In practice, it created a factory defect. That's why the only reliable battery from the previous generation of the Model S and Model X that we recommend right now is the 75 kilowatt-hour pack. There are simply no other safe, relatively fresh options available. The real capacity of a new 75 pack is around 72-73 kilowatt hours. That's obviously less than a 100 or a 90. But here's what most people don't know. The 85 kilowatt hour battery never actually had 85. Its true capacity was always somewhere between 79 and 82. 90-pack battery also delivered just 79 to 82 kilowatt hours. The only difference was the cell chemistry and software. There was even a lawsuit in Norway against Tesla over this. The company was accused of misleading customers, selling 90 kilowatt-hour cars that only delivered 80. Only the 75 and 100 kilowatt-hour batteries actually tried to match their stated capacity. If you have an old 85 or 90 pack that has degraded over 7 years down to 72 kilowatt hours, a fresh 75 pack will give you the same real-world range. It's not a 100, but it's much more reliable. Plus, you won't notice a difference in mileage. The only downside is that the 75 pack runs at 350 volts instead of 400, so the car will accelerate slower. For some, that isn't a big deal, but you can feel it. The choice is simple. You either want to drive for a long time with peace of mind, or drive fast for a short time before spending money on repairs. Then there's the price. A used 100 kilowatt-hour battery can cost up to $15,000, depending on your location. A 75 pack is half the price. It doesn't just have fewer problems, it has zero problems if the pack is fresh and hasn't been tampered with. You essentially save money twice, once on the purchase and again on repairs. So, which car should you buy? Any, as long as you know what you're getting into. If you want fewer problems, get an all-wheel drive version with the 75 kilowatt-hour battery. It's the sweet spot between reliability and performance. If you're looking at a 2021 model or newer, you can safely go with a Plaid. Many of these early issues were addressed with the new platform generation. But if you're looking at older models, stay away from the high-performance versions with the large rear motor. Why that specific motor is a problem is a topic for another video. Subscribe so you don't miss our next episode about the worst Tesla motor. If you're planning to replace your battery right now, don't install a 100 kilowatt-hour pack from 2018 to 2019. Don't make this mistake. You'll pay a lot of money for a battery that might work for a few months before the factory defect kicks in. Buy the 75 pack instead. It's cheaper, more reliable, and will last much longer. Let us know in the comments if you have a 100 kilowatt-hour battery and what year it is. We hope your car is running perfectly, but if you've had any issues, please share your story. Your experience helps other owners. And if this video helped you, please hit the like button and subscribe. I doubt that this issue had ever been discussed before.